عظم الله أجورنا وأجوركم بمصابنا بأبي عبد الله الحسين عليه السلام، وجعلنا الله وإياكم من الطالبين بثأره بين يدي الإمام المنصور المؤيد المهدي من آل محمد. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين جميعا وعلى أولاد جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته. أما بعد. When Sukaina bint Hussein alayha salam had passed away in Sham, Yazid ibn Muawiyah came to Lady Zainab and Imam Sajjad alayhim salam and said, anything you want I will give you. Just please leave Sham. After only 8 days in Kufa, Ibn Ziyad's palace was shaking, and after only a few days in Sham, Yazid's throne was shaking. He saw that the tides had turned against him. Yazid ibn Muawiyah is the exact opposite of Ahlul-bayt. Ahlul-bayt are generous beyond expectations. Yazid had the audacity to come to Imam Zain al-Abidin and say, can I give blood money for what happened to your father at Karbala? He says, there's nothing you can do that will ever give us back the likes of Sayyid al-Shuhada, Abi Abdullah al-Hussein. He said, can I at least give you 200, 300, 400 dinar? 200, 300, 400 dinar for the son of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alayhi. Sayyida Zainab says, what has been taken from us, you can never replace. Ibn Hind says, please ask anything you want, I need you to leave. She says, send us back to Medina via Karbala. On a day like this, the Holy Family is set to go on their journey, but there's a difference between this journey and the journey they just did. Now, the women are not walking 1,000 kilometers. They have rides. Now there are no ropes and chains. They are free and not in pain. Now they have the blessed heads of the shuhada, and they quickly make their way back to Karbala. At the same time, Jabir ibn Abdullah al-Ansari, the famous companion of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam, and his companion Atiyah comes to Karbala. Now Jabir by this time does not have his eyesight, and therefore he has his companion to guide him along. Jabir eventually reaches Karbala on the 40th, we are told by specific narrations. When he reaches there, he performs ghusl in the Furat, as is recommended for all of us to do on a day like this. When he does, he goes and perfumes himself and gets himself ready to meet his childhood friend, Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. Indeed, in Medina, Jabir was 18 or so at the time Imam Hussein alayhi salam was a young child. And so he's only just a few years older than Imam Hussein. He used to see the love that Rasulullah would give to this Hussein, and he would also try to play with Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein. Now he comes towards the grave of Imam Hussein, and he says, what we will cry out wherever you are 3 times, Ya Hussein, Ya Hussein. He says, oh Habibi Hussein, Habibi Hussein, Habibi Hussein, why is it that you do not return the call of the caller of your lover? But how can you do so when this community has done what it has done to you? They severed your veins from your neck. They did the greatest of atrocities upon you. He says, how could they do this to the son of their own messenger? Jabir ibn Abdullah al-Ansari is in the middle of all of his eulogies and remembering all of the times he was with Imam al-Hussein. Until Atiyah comes and says to Jabir, who does not have the best of eyesight, Jabir, sit away from the qabr. I think there are some people coming. Who are they, O Atiyah? It seems that they might be a large number of people. I cannot tell whether they are the soldiers of Ibn Ziyad from Kufa, so let us take precautions. They hide, and eventually they see that no, there are more women over here, and the colors are the colors of Imam Zainul Abidin and Ahlul-bayt alayhim as-salam. He says, oh Jabir, it is Imam Sajjad alayhi salam who approaches. He says, let us go and greet them and give them our pursa, our condolences for what they had to witness, and ask them what happened. Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam comes and says the famous words, O Jabir, ha huna qutilna rijaluna. O Jabir, this is the place where our men were killed. O Jabir, ha huna dhubiha atfaluna. Jabir, this is where our infant toddlers were slaughtered. Ha huna subya nisauna. This is where our women became captives. And then he says the famous line, you know what I am going to say? Ha huna saqata abi Abdullah. This is where Imam al-Hussein fell on the plains of Karbala. At this point, the entire caravan of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, the caravan of the women and the children, they have all broken out into tears. Jabir and Atiyah, they are also gone into tears. Imam Sajjad cannot control himself. He is in tears. But now he gets up and he leaves Jabir where he is. He goes towards the grave of Abu Abdullah al-Hussein. With him is the blessed head of his father. O Shia of Abi Abdullah al-Hussein, sabran jamila over what I am about to recite. Imam Zainul Abidin opens up the qabr of Abi Abdullah al-Hussein. He opens up the qabr of his blessed father as only he can. As he places the head into the grave, One of the miracles that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given to the head of Imam al-Hussein is that it was able to talk to Imam Zainul Abidin even in these moments. And the lines that we find in the Maqatil are as follows: the baby, place the baby on my chest. His slaughtered neck, place his neck on my neck. Sajjad, you know that the heat of the arrow of Harmala still burns me to this day. Place the baby on my chest. This is why, brothers and sisters, when you look at any of the ziyarah guides, anybody who will tell you, where is the 6-month-old baby so we can do ziyarah? He is in that same dharih of Abi Abdullah al-Hussein on his chest and sleeping peacefully on his Baba's chest. Exactly where he was killed on the 10th of Muharram. Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam is carrying him in his chest. Harmala, when he shoots the arrow, it goes through from one side of the neck of the baby, through the other side, into the bicep of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, such that even if he wants to cradle the baby one last time, it is stuck to the arm of Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam is by the grave of his father. Take your hearts right now to Bainul Haramain, where right now there are some 22 million. We wish that we could be amongst those people giving our own pursa to Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam. But on that original Arbaeen, there are two people, one at one end of Bainul Haramain, the other at the other end of Bainul Haramain. One is at Imam al-Hussein. Who is that with Abu Fadl al-Abbas? One woman by the name of Zainab, and she is complaining to that brother that this is what they did to me as soon as you were dead. Abbas, what did they do to your sister? They kicked her into the trees. The whips of shimmer went on her. And what about Kulthum? They warned all of the women, these shayatini army men. They said, if you cry out loud, we will whip you then and there. As they were cursing the family of Imam al-Hussein in Sham, Kulthum started crying out loudly. Then and there, Shimr ibn Dhil Joshan whips her and whips her and whips her. Zainab is now telling Abu Fadl al-Abbas all of these things. Does Abu Fadl al-Abbas not know? No, he knows. But just like how you all know, when there is a reminder given, what is it when I give the reminder from the minbar versus when it is given by Aqilat Bani Hashim, Zainab, when she is the one telling in first person, oh brother Abbas, this is what they did to me. They would never have done it if you were there for us. Where were you, oh Abul Fadl? Ala la'natullahi ala al-qawmi al-zalimin wa sayalamu alladhina zalamu أي منقلب ينقلبون والعاقبة للمتقين. مأتم حسين، يا حسين يا حسين يا حسين يا حسين يا حسين.